honourable member for Calgary-Montrose.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this past Friday, I had perhaps one of the greatest days in my constituency, where I had the opportunity to visit first the Pembroke Boys and Girls Club, and secondly the Honey Bear Daycare. Mr. Speaker, it's there I met little Paige. She's 2 years old. She saw me come into the room and she ran up to me, which, Mr. Speaker, doesn't always happen with young kids. Mr. Speaker, I picked her up and she gave me the biggest hug of my life. Mr. Speaker, I visited the rest of the daycare, and every time the staff would try to take Paige away and say, "Paige, he's got to move on," she would cry, and I was about to cry too, Mr. Speaker. So I kept little Paige with me the entire time. Mr. Speaker, it was an absolutely beautiful moment that a politician gets to connect with its constituents in a manner that I think is most profound. Now, I owe this moment to the Ministry of Children's Services for their Making Space for Children Space Creation Innovation Fund. It's through that program, Mr. Speaker, that my constituents get to have more childcare spaces in our constituency. The Elf Inn Daycare received enough funding for 55 new spaces. The Boys and Girls Club of Pembroke received funding for 15 new spaces, and Honey Bear Daycare received funding for 8 new spaces. Mr. Speaker, since April of 2008, I'm pleased to say 12,575 new spaces have been created across Alberta. Mr. Speaker, this is no small accomplishment. To the hard-working families of Calgary-Montrose, to the hard-working young families across Alberta, this investment means their children get a better start to ensure Alberta is in the best hands possible in our future.